Right. So, before we even get started today, I wanted to kind of introduce everybody to the world of Sovereign Scrolls. So, Sovereign Scrolls has had its own universe for the past 12 years. We started with a campaign called Uriah, that moved into a campaign called Aranor, and as we've gone through, we've added to a very robust story as time has gone by. Each realm started small. Players had a beginning, a middle, and an end, and many of the gods and goddesses that populate our mythos all started out as players like all of you. We found that giving people the opportunity to take their character far beyond gave them buy-in on the next iteration, and so we did that time and time again. Well, then we decided that we wanted to take the game into a different direction. So at the end of the last iteration, we took some of the characters from the previous one and last iteration. We took the gods and goddesses that ruled the world, and we made kind of a last ditch. All of the gods were going to get together and make one place as a final arbitration of will the powers of good or the powers of evil ultimately win. Now, when that took place, the gods had a covenant. The world was going to be made. They couldn't bring their outside influences in, but the common people of the world were going to be destroyed because nobody needs them. They just need the heroes. One god managed to stick out, an outsider, okay, by the name of Magnus. One that had been infected with madness and the bloodline of a dragon, exiled into the middle of the abyss. Magnus was the only one that could create a truly neutral world. So, two worlds were created. One, sanctuary or haven for all of the common people to live, was made by Magnus. At the same time, Crucible is where all of the heroes were banished so that they could pick up the mantle where the war had ended. All of you have answered the call of Crucible. You will rise through the ranks from iron to silver to gold to the immortal ranks of Jade, Saint, rising to the level of Sovereign, of maybe raising or lower to the higher or lower planes and become the very gods that rule over this world. But I'll tell you, cultivation is not for the faint of heart. Gathering the energy of the world into yourself and growing down a direction. Deciding on the Tao. How do you see the world and your place in it? All of those things lead to great mystery and sorrow. So I welcome you to Sovereign Scrolls, the world of Crucible. Come, enjoy, and perhaps die. Okay, good. All right, good. So now we can talk for real. We can take that off for a minute. So what does that mean? It means that I want all of you, the people in the room, when people start playing Sovereign Scrolls in 2 to 3 years, the no shit there I was stories will be the stories of all of you. And I've heard them tonight. I've heard about bridge trolls and surviving them. You know, the Magnus... No, you can turn that off.